Hello everyone, and today I want us to create a profile from this data. That is I want us to use Civil3d. So if you check this data, you can see we have the chainage which goes all the way to 1491.13, and then we have elevations which are just random. So this can be like an OGL profile. That's the original ground level profile, and sometimes you can just get this from the surveyor. Maybe just goes and picks these points on the ground, and you want to make a profile from this. So ideally you need to maybe have for example, you can just have so many points and then pick make a surface. But sometimes you don't need to make a surface. You can just use these points and then create a profile. So how do you do that? So before we make a profile, we need first of all to create an alignment. So just go to Civil3d here, and then I want us to just make you can just do like that, maybe like that. I don't know how much length we shall end up with, because we want 1500. I think this is just too small, so let us do this is let's say 1500, like that. So this is the, maybe you can just add a vertex somewhere, and maybe add another vertex like that, just to, but I want this one to be 1491.13. so let's just come here. You can use you just minus 1491.3, I think 0.13, and this is the distance you need to subtract from these polylines. So how do you do that? You can just come here, pick this one, and just come here, then you paste what you have copied, and then because you want to reduce, you make sure you're not constrained, and then you just hit the space bar. So I think 1491.13. so let us see. I think that is what we have, and now there is another thing I want us to do, but maybe instead of doing that way, we can let the alignment to just dictate what you want to achieve. For example, the alignment does not ideally work on the corners, on the sharp corners, so it usually gives a curve. So we just go to the alignment, and just want to make alignment from the object. So this is the object, click here, then enter, and this is the direction that you are following. So enter, and I want us to give this a name. I just give it the name alignment, like that. So just change, and I want, you can give it rainbows, just give the all rainbows, and then click OK. So you can see now you have all the changes. So this one has not obeyed the presence of curves, of which you can have them if you want, like this one for example. You can just come here and do alignment, edit alignment geometry, and you just come here and insert a PI. So PI is a point of intersection, so you can just have one here, and maybe another one here. Then you can just come here, have one here, and maybe another one here, like that. So what else you can do? Maybe it is just easy. Just come here, you delete this part of the alignment, and another. Let's see if we have, yes, and the other part of the alignment. And now we want to create a curve around this point. So maybe you can just use 3 points. So the start point, you just come here and shift right click, pick the end point, and then maybe the second point can be somewhere here, and the last point, just shift right click, end point. But now you notice maybe this is not an ideal way of having that. Maybe you can just move it a bit like that. So there is this grabbing, you can just grab somewhere here and then just flex it. So let us do the same here, and we just delete part of the alignment like that, maybe another part like that, then enter. So this time you can use a circular curve. Let's try to have 2 points and a radius. So let us just two points and radius. So just pick this one. So the first point, shift right click, end point, that, and the other point like that. Oh sorry, we need first to pick the two points and radius. So just come in, just pick the end point like that, and let's use a radius of we can try 200. So this one just try the default, and it's clockwise, so the end point like that. So I don't know if we can just, so enter. So we have that. So maybe the distance has now changed. What can we do? Maybe it is just 4090.97. Supposing we just want to add some distance, maybe we can just come here and a fixed point like that. And it's 1 and like 2. Enter. And now we have a PI here, so we can delete it here like that. Now we don't have another point there. So let us now do the profile. So for us to make a profile, we just go back to the Excel, and this Excel is where now we have to combine the chainage and the elevation. So we just pick equals, and we write concatenate like this one, and we have this point 0, and maybe do comma, then like that. So it is a comma, then the quote marks, then a comma, and then another comma, and then we pick the point, and then we close the parenthesis. I think it is already. So what we have is a separation of this number and this number separated by a comma. So we just copy this formula like that, then we just drag all the way to the bottom, and we just the easiest way is just to hold the shift and then click here, and then we just what I'm going to do is paste, and I think we have pasted the formula. So don't worry about these numbers here. I think they just because this one is just like almost the same number, just maybe with more points because of the approximation. So after that, we now have to copy these. We can just copy these numbers here, then you can copy them and then put them in a new page. But now when you paste, you have to paste them as values like that. So we now want to save them. We can now save as other formats, then take it to, we want to save as text tab delimited, and let us just put it on the desktop, and then we can just call it the profile data. I think it's okay. Profile data. so it is on the desktop. So you save, and then we have it here. But I think we have the quote marks. So for the quote marks, you can just remove them by just going replace. So you just type quote marks, and we want not to have anything, so you just replace like that. So then we also have the comma here. Let's make sure that what we are typing is the comma, and now we want to replace with a space character, or the space bar. So we just come here, replace all, and we close. Then we come here and save. So save. Also, we need to close the Excel first. Now we can now save this data. So let us now come to here, and we want now to bring this profile data, and we want to have it in the profile view. So what we do is just come here, and we want to do profile creation from create profile from file. So come here, and this is the data like that, and we want to maybe call it existing ground profile. So maybe you can use the complete sample set. And now when you realize we don't have anything here, because we have, this is where the profile has come from. So how do we make it appear on our screen here? So we just come here, you now create surface profile, and you can see now we have it here. So the arrangement is the only arrangement that you have. So we just go draw profile, then the next thing is just let me just go with the default, and then I can just create. So what do we have? This is the profile that we have imported from the Excel. So we can now just come here and try to adjust it. So maybe we clip the excess information like that, and I want us to use the exaggeration. Maybe we can just use one like that, and now you have a profile. So maybe we can just change profile view like that. Let's use the vertical, and I want us to use the text height. Let's try 2. Maybe we can do more adjusting. let's suppose we don't want the interval, the minor intervals in that group. Maybe we can just put 0.2, and this one we want 1, and see what happens. Maybe we need to change our major tick intervals, minor tick intervals. Let's try, okay, 1, then we just try 1 here. Text height here we don't, or just maybe we can go to the display, and we don't want to have the horizontal minor, horizontal grained horizontal minor, we don't want them, and the grained vertical minor we also don't want them. So let's see what we have, and now we can just go to the vertical axis, and maybe just 0.5, or we can just remove the grained horizontal major, this one here. So, and this one we can just change the spacing, maybe vertical. Let's try, let's do an interval of 5, and this one do an interval of 1. Yes, like that. So this is the profile that we have created from the Excel, and now you can add more profile, like the design profile on this one. And thank you very much for your time. I hope you find this video useful. So from me, I just ask you, do not leave without subscribing to this channel, and also like and share with your friends and colleagues. Thank you.